There's a lot of streaming services out there, each filled with reality TV, comedy, drama, and of course, superheroes. But there's one dedicated entirely to nonfiction TV and documentary films, and that's Curiosity Stream. History, science, nature, we've got it. Space, dinosaurs, big cats, we've got that too. And pretty much anything else you want to explore. Go ahead, add some smart TV to your smart TV with Curiosity Stream. Go to curiositystream.com to sign up and start streaming today.
Odyssey's going back to school, and we've got all the supplies you need, like A+ exclusive music stations and podcasts to help you or your student excel. Wake up and get the school day started with Acoustic Sunrise, the best mix of acoustic pop. Hit the books with Classical Odyssey, passionate classical music to help you focus while you study. Listen to essential school podcasts like Grammar Girl's Quick and Dirty Tips for Better Writing, and be inspired with TED Talks Daily. Get back to school with new exclusive stations, plus all your favorite local radio stations and podcasts on Odyssey.
Saturday night get-together here on CBS Sports Radio. Jody Mack coming to you live from the Rocket Mortgage Studios. When you need cash out of your home and a simple way to get it, Rocket can. All right, we'll put the football conversations on both the pro and college level aside. Auburn just stopped on a 4th and goal, under 4 minutes to go, trailing Penn State by 8. So Penn State's got to get a couple of first downs. They can hold on and win this one. If they can't, then Auburn will get one more chance to get their hands on the ball. I think it was a big pass interference penalty right there. Yes, Penn State went long and threw the flag. Defender absolutely got in the face and physically took out the Penn State receiver. So 2:18 to go. Penn State needs a couple of first downs to put this one away. They're up 28-20 over Auburn. All right, football aside, let's talk some baseball. We got one of the best in the business to do it with us for the next 10, 15 minutes. He covers all of Major League Baseball for the New York Times. Tyler Kepner joins us here on CBS Sports Radio. What do you say, Ty?
I'm all right, Jody. You didn't mention my alma mater there, Vandy, getting knocked around by Stanford a little bit. So looks like another L for the Commodores. Oh well.
Cut you some slack on that one. That's a baseball school, not a football school. I think we
are a baseball school. It's a heck of a baseball school.
Very, very much so with the pitching that they've had come out of that university in the last 5 to 10 years. All right, before we talk about that alma mater, where did you go to high school?
Germantown Academy, Fort Washington, PA. Yep.
And little did I know, and Tyler just reminded me, because I asked him to come on tonight, I didn't want to stay up that late, but he said, I owe you one, because I came to your fantasy baseball draft when you were in high school, and I was just starting on the radio in Philadelphia. I remember the night. I told you when you recanted this tale to me. I actually do remember it. Little did I know that Tyler Kepner was one of the individuals participating, and I was going to have you on my show as a guest for the next 20-plus years. But I do remember that night. You and I did a fantasy draft together 30 years ago.
Yeah, it was football, but it was like, summer. It was up there in Ambler, PA, and I think you had run into my friend's mom or something, and she was just saying that your kids were big fans of you or something, and I think you said if you provide the pizza and a couple of beers, I'll be there. So you came over and you were great. You analyzed all the picks in real time. It was great.
Oh, that is funny. I do remember that. It's 30 years ago, but I actually do remember it because I had just moved to Philadelphia, and it was one of the first chances I got to get out and meet some peeps and have some fun, and that was a lot of fun. I'm glad you enjoyed it as well. And now you and I talk baseball. We put the stupid fantasy draft behind us. We can just talk about what's going on in real life in Major League Baseball. Man, have you seen the video yet on the little bit of a scuffle in the dugout between Manny Machado and Fernando Tatis Jr. tonight?
Yes, I have. I was watching the game, and Tatis looked just disgusted by the umpire's call on a third strike against Wainwright, which I actually thought was a good pitch. It was at the top of the zone, and I thought it was a strike, but I guess the umpire zone was pretty wide all night, and then Tingler got ejected, and then in the dugout, they had I watched it several times on Twitter. I didn't see them actually make contact, but Manny was getting in Tatis's face and saying it's not about you, it's not about you, and there was a staffer or somebody there. I don't know who that was, but trying to just play the peacemaker there and make sure that Tatis and Machado did not end up, actually fighting. But they were in each other's face, and then then Tatis went out on the field, and then eventually Manny gathered himself and went out on the field too. But yeah, temper's hot right there. The Padres are letting this one slip away. There's no other way to look at it. I mean, they were in a great position for a lot of the year. They were a terrific story. They made it last year. They got some good good pitchers. But they have been falling fast, and right now they're playing the Cardinals, the team that currently owns the second wild card, and they're falling flat. They've got the Giants still left in their schedule. It's not going to be easy for them, and now the Cardinals are in command of that second spot.
As of right now, Cardinals with the win. We're in first, still lead the second wild card. Reds are 2 back. Phillies are 2.5, and the Padres are 2.5 as well. So St. Louis has actually opened up a little breathing distance there. I do want to get more into the Padres, but first things first, how have the Cardinals been able to do? How good has Adam Wainwright been?
Yeah, I wrote a big story on him. It was in yesterday's Times. He gave me some time the other day in the dugout at Citi Field, and we just talked about the craft of pitching and the way he's such a throwback. I mean, he's almost up to 200 innings, which his first year in the majors there were 50 pitchers who threw 200 innings, and a couple years ago there was 15, and this year there's going to be less than that. So teams ask less and less of their starters, but Wainwright takes on that burden of being the man there and the guy who's going to go deep in games. He only went 6 tonight, but he's done the job with more durability than just about anybody, because he doesn't go out there trying to strike everybody out. So he's been huge, Jody, because there's only one other pitcher on that team who's thrown even 100 innings, and that's Kim. They've had tons of injury. How are the Cardinals doing it? I'll tell you how they're doing it. They're doing it with tremendous defense. They have the best defense in the league, and they hit just enough. They're not great, in terms of reliable pitchers over and over, but Lester has held the fort down. Jay Happ has held the fort down, and Wainwright, all the old guys, they're doing their part, and the defense takes care of the rest.
Know that he is not committed to play next year. He's not signed for next year. He signed a 1-year contract this year. His battery mate there, Mr. Molina, just signed a 1-year deal to come back again next year. Off this season, he has to come back, right?
Yeah, he is coming back. They don't have a deal yet, but he released a video a couple days ago with his 4 daughters, and asking each one of them, do you think I should come back? And each kid said yes. And then his little son, who's like, I don't know, a year or 2 old, he said yes, and his wife holding the camera said yes. So Wainwright said, I guess I'm coming back. So that was to put out there that his family's on board. And, when you're 40 and you've got 5 kids, that's the big consideration. So looks like he is coming back, but I guess it's not official until they actually decide on the dollars. And he's going to command a lot of dollars this year coming off a terrific year where I expected he'll probably be top 5 Cy Young.
Yeah, I agree on all fronts, and yes, he's going to get paid too. Now, if they hold on and win it, Cincinnati 2 back, so Phillies 2.5, San Diego 2.5. So it's not over, but they're in a good position. He ready to go mano a mano with Mr. Scherzer if the Dodgers don't beat the Giants for the National League West in that 1-game live or die wild card matchup?
Boy, what a matchup that would be. 2 guys who've been around a long time. Scherzer 37, I think. Wainwright 40. And still at the top of their game. I mean, Max has put himself in position to win that Cy Young. He doesn't have as many innings as Wheeler or Wainwright. He missed a little bit of time, a start or 2, but he's 15-4 with a 2.08. He's got the most strikeouts, I think. He's got the best WHIP, best ERA, and he's been, he had 8 innings, 2 starts in a row. Today he was 7 shutout. He's on a long streak now of scoreless innings of unearned runs. He had one unearned run in there, but so he's not threatening Mr. Hershiser. But he's been the best, and it's going to win his 4th Cy Young probably. And it's just been an incredible story to see one of the all-time greats really turn it up even in L.A.
Tyler Kepler, lead baseball writer for the New York Times, our guest here on CBS Sports Radio. Tyler, how are the Giants continuing to do this? I probably asked this of you a month ago or 2 months ago or 3 months ago whenever I had you on, because I basically ask it to every Major League Baseball writer I have on the show. I am tipping my cap, something I never saw coming. I didn't think Gabe Kapler was going to get the job done out there, and he's a stone-cold lock for Manager of the Year. How are the Giants keeping the Dodgers at bay?
Yeah, I never would have expected it either. I mean, maybe we should have, in the sense that they were eliminated last year on the final day of the season, but that was a 60-game season with 8 playoff teams, so it was easy to dismiss. And you didn't know some of the pitchers they added or brought back. You didn't know if they were for real. But they have a huge coaching staff, and I guess they've made a difference. And you don't expect old teams to win this way. And they are an old team, but the old guys have been really good. And they're deep, and they added Chris Bryant. And when you go around the diamond now, it's a good team. I mean, you think about Bell, La Stella, Crawford, Longoria, Posey, Yastrzemski, Chris Bryant, Lamont Wade. I mean, that's a good lineup, and they have figured out the pitching side of it. Logan Webb, I mean, who could have expected him to be this great? Gossman has done the job. Wood is back now, and DeSclafani's. But so they're figuring it out, and it's to their credit because nobody thought they would be this good.
And once again, their bullpen getting the job done. They got Wood tonight. He went 3 as a starter without giving up a hit, and that was all they asked of him, 37 pitches. They turned it over to the bullpen, and they've thrown 3 more scoreless innings. They're up 2-0 over the Braves in the 7th inning. All right, you kind of hinted Scherzer lead for the Cy Young. Who's the lead for the MVP in the National League?
The world moves pretty fast. 1 minute you're standing, the next you're dragging. How can you keep up? I'll tell you. I'm Ira Madison III, host of Keep It. Each week, Louis Vertel, Aida Osman, and I do the hard work of exploring the intersection between entertainment, culture, and politics, with guests like Billy Porter, Catherine O'Hara, Ronan Farrow, Francesca Ramsey, and more. New episodes of Keep It drop every Wednesday. Listen on Odyssey, Apple Podcasts, or wherever you get your podcasts.
There's a lot of streaming services out there, each filled with reality TV, comedy, drama, and of course, superheroes. But there's one dedicated entirely to nonfiction TV and documentary films, and that's Curiosity Stream. History, science, nature, we've got it. Space, dinosaurs, big cats, we've got that too. And pretty much anything else you want to explore. Go ahead, add some smart TV to your smart TV with Curiosity Stream. Go to curiositystream.com to sign up and start streaming today.
How is your mental health? Billie Eilish, Kevin Love of the Cleveland Cavaliers, Imagine Dragons, Lil Nas X, and so many more feel the same pressures we do. They're joining our host, Carson Daly, for I'm Listening, September 23rd, starting at 6 p.m. right here. Carson and a cast of mental health experts, athletes, musicians, other notables, and you will share stories, insights, and help us all remember that we are not alone. Please join us, because talking about our mental health has the power to save lives. For more, visit imlistening.org.